Coming up next on Look Today, Saratoga Springs Mayor Joanne Yepsen held a press conference this morning to make an announcement regarding veterans' homelessness, and our cameras are on the scene. Plus, a Lake George man is headed to prison after getting into a bar fight and killing a man in Saratoga. And arrests were down at this year's Log Bay Day. I have the numbers. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and here's a look at what's making news today in Saratoga, Warren, and Washington counties. Well, in our lead story, Saratoga Springs Mayor Joanne Yepsen held a press conference at Shelters of Saratoga this afternoon. Mayor Yepsen was joined by Regional Director for Housing and Urban Development, Jamie Ferraro, to announce the completion of a federal pledge to end veterans' homelessness. Now, Mayor Yepsen had promised this throughout her campaign and signed the pledge to have 0 homeless veterans by the end of 2015. Now, Mayor Yepsen will discuss this and talk about the various organizations that helped her complete this goal along the way ahead of schedule later in the broadcast. Well, now, changing from news to weather. After a hot and humid day with temperatures reaching well into the 90s, the region could see some severe weather throughout the day tomorrow. Well, how bad will it get? For the latest, we're going to head to our Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Well, back to the news. Police reported large crowds at the annual Log Bay Day held in Lake George. The nice weather brought numerous boats to Log Bay. However, the number of arrests were minimal. Police say they arrested just 2 for boating while intoxicated and just 3 for possessing marijuana. Police say they wrote roughly 30 tickets for violations such as littering or failure to comply with posted signs. Well, Washington County Sheriff's Office manned checkpoints on Sly Pond Road and said it was the first year in recent memory no DWI arrests were made. In other news, Lake George resident Jeffrey Mann is headed to prison after being found guilty of criminally negligent homicide and felony assault. The charges stem from an incident at the Paddock Bar in Saratoga Springs last September. Mann was arrested after body slamming Aaron Huggins to the floor, causing severe head and facial injuries. The incident started after the 2 men bumped into each other. Huggins died 5 days later. The bar, by the way, is now known as the Reserve. Now, family members of Huggins read statements in court yesterday. Saratoga County DA Karen Higgins said, "The case should serve as a reminder that bad decisions made when fueled by alcohol can have tragic and long-term consequences." They can. Still to come, with the start of the track season, it's an exciting time to be the mayor of Saratoga. And Mayor Joanne Yepsen joins me to discuss opening weekend at the track, trying to get Triple Crown winner American Pharoah to Saratoga, and welcoming native dancer to the Spa City. And it's all coming up later in the program. Plus, unless you've been living under a rock, then you probably know that one of the premier galas in the city of Saratoga is presented by Saratoga Hospital. And here to tell us about this year's event is gala director Rachel Wheatley and chairperson Robin Dalton. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.